beloved sister. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I wanted to hop on here and really hold a gentle space for us as we walk through another portal into the new year, into 2018. And I really wanted to hold some gentle space right now. I feel like as souls here on earth and just kind of where we are at in terms of the collective consciousness, everything is incredibly quick, fast paced. And if you're anything like me, that doesn't really resonate. I'm very rooted into what the divine feminine has to offer me. And the divine feminine offers us that receptive energy of slowing the fuck down and even coming to a complete stop as we just nourish ourselves into the space that we're being held in, if you think of it like that. There is a quote, I wouldn't say a quote, but this little piece in Eckhart Tolle's book called The Power of Now, or A New Earth. And he says, it's not about what happens in the now. And he says, everything happens in the now. Everything happens in the moment, the present moment. And he said, you are not something that happens in the present moment. You are the space in which everything happens. And that is such a beautiful reminder for me, because sometimes I can get really in my head, really stuck in my head and my thoughts, and really future oriented or past oriented instead of really just rooting myself and really realizing and sitting with the truth that we are being held by the cosmic mother. And I know that it can seem like we are little, you know what I mean, in terms of the cosmos, and our physical body is small compared to the Mother Earth at large, right? But then I slow down and I remember that I am the space. I am the space, and Mama Gaia is being held in this space. So I'm always being held by the mother. And it's so beautiful to tap into this frequency and really just rooting my tree roots from my womb deep into the earth and deep into the heart of Mama Gaia. So that's what I have a whole bunch of things that I want to share with you today. So the first thing is Happy New Year's Eve. May 2018 be the year in which you actually step into your purpose, actually do what you came here to do, and root it all in the now, and just know what a fantastic and amazing and powerful, sovereign, sacred being you are, from sister to sister, from heart to heart, from womb to womb. I wish nothing but so much love for you, and connection and synchronicity and sisterhood and deep knowingness of who we truly are. I feel like 2017 was about, for me, I can only speak for me, but I feel like because I'm a pillar of light and I've chosen to come here to be I guess, to bring a new wave of consciousness onto the planet, I definitely feel what happens within me is happening within many other sisters, and vice versa too. We're all connected within this beautiful womb web. So I forget what I was saying. What was I saying? 2017. Yeah. So 2017. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So I was saying I can only speak for myself, but then again, I could speak for everybody else because we are all one in this beautiful womb web. So I feel like 2017 really offered me growth, really opening those doors of who I truly am, of planting sacred seeds of what I'd like, why I'm here on planet Earth, and really stepping into that and really being like, okay, it's my path. Cool. Trusting that, believing in that, truly believing in that, you know what I mean? Committing, you know what I mean? And it's really, really beautiful. So I feel like 2018 offers us offers us the safe space to really, really, truly step into this path of unconditional love, of being pillars of truth, of embodying the Magdalene energy, of embodying the rose, and embodying Mama Gaia and the earth and the truth and the space, the empty space in which we are being held in, which is a reflection of us. We are reflections of it, and it is a reflection of us and this totality of who we are and what we're doing here. So I did a meditation today, and it was nice. It was a nice meditation. I feel like I'm in this flow of receiving and giving, receiving and giving, and knowing that I'm deeply connected with the mother and the Mama Gaia's heart, which is the earth's core, etherically and physically. So really rooting in. I'm really feeling like, even like a few weeks ago, I really started deepening in my relationship with Mama Gaia and with the Great Mother. Well, I have been my entire life, but really actually taking it serious a few weeks ago. And I actually felt a physical block there. Like I felt like I can't get to her. It's like I can't get to her. And I felt so mad, you know what I mean? But now I feel there's this feeling that I'm feeling right now as we speak, as I share this with you, of actual tree roots there. And like my awareness is so rooted there right now, and the connection, that I actually feel it, and it feels really good because I can feel it through my entire lower body and my yoni and my legs, and it's really, really beautiful. So yeah, I really want to share that with you. So today, as I was meditating, I was really deepening into the receiving and giving with the mother, with Mama Gaia and the Great Mother and the Goddess. It was really beautiful. And the truth is that I am that. I am the connection between myself, my heart, and Mama Gaia, myself and the Goddess, myself and the Great Mother. That's who I am. It's not separate from me. It's not separate from you. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's really, really important, as the Great Mother, lives through me. I really deeply feel in my heart to say that we're not separate. Like Mama Gaia may look like it's separate. The Great Mother may look like it's separate. Our human mind makes it look like it's separate and make it feel like it's separate from us, but it actually isn't. It is us. And that is so important when it comes to living on purpose, when it comes to actually being here, but actually being here and rooting yourself in the present moment. So I really feel like that's super important to share that with you, that you are the connection. It's you. You are the pillar. I am the pillar. I am Mama Gaia. I am the space in which all things are held in. I am a pillar of love and light. And as much as other things have been telling me otherwise, it's a choice to believe that or to believe and trust my heart. So I really feel like that's what 2018 has to offer us, is just really stepping into the seeds that we planted in 2017. 2017 was such a fucking amazing year on so many levels. And I'm just so grateful to be here. I'm just so happy to be here. And many blessings to you on your journey too. So today I connected with the Magdalene on a deeper level, and she shared with me a few messages in which we can connect with her and to have her frequency start living through you as you become the pillar. But before I share that with you, I wanted to tell you that the doors to Everlasting Remembrance are closing tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everlasting Remembrance is a 3-month deep initiation into the medicine, the teachings of the Magdalene and of the Rose, and of coming home to our bodies and really treating our bodies and knowing our bodies as the holy temple. Like imagine a temple, like the most beautiful temple that you could see. And there's a sunset just coming below it. And there's pillars and there's tapestries and there's altars in the Magdalene's name and in Isis's name. And your sisters are there, and we're dressed in red silk, and we're together, and we are really just embodying what it means to be here on planet Earth. We're really deeply connected to the earth. And when I say, I'm saying this to you because that's what the Magdalene wants us to know that we are. We are our holy bodies. Our bodies is the temple, is that perfect, aligned, most beautiful temple that you could ever think or dream of. That's what our bodies are. And obviously, well, only speaking on my behalf, but I never looked at my body like that. And as I come in to my body, I am really realizing and really loving it for what it truly is. And that's the Magdalene showing me what I need to know right now. So I feel like this 3-month deep dive is an initiation. It's not just a program, and it's initiation for really, really tuning in and really knowing yourself as love, and really, really seeing your life as the initiation. So yeah, and I'm really, really excited. I'm really excited to plant more seeds with you in this 3-month journey. We go deep into our bodies. We go deep into what sacred sexuality is. We go deep into activating the Magdalene light codes and the magic of our womb blood and the magic of the divine feminine, the sacred masculine, and sacred union, and healing any wounded masculine shit that we have inside. And just, it's an initiation to really coming home to your body and really seeing yourself as that whole complete being that we are. Coming home to knowing that your body is that beautiful empty space in which all things are held, in which the divine could come in and enter, and you go ahead and birth that. So the doors are closing tonight. Within this 3-month deep dive, we are going to be meeting twice in a live ceremony. You're going to be getting 2 meditations recorded by me. You're going to be receiving 2 rituals a month. So 2 meditations, 2 rituals a month, and 2 ceremonies a month. There's going to be a bonus week on birthing, on how the Magdalene wants you to pillar her energy, and then you go ahead and birth that. And it's not just like, this is an initiation. This is not just a program where it's like, okay, cool, 3 months is done, and then you go ahead and, you know what I mean? No, this is actually you coming into who it is you actually are. And if you feel a resonance with the Magdalene, who teaches us that we are the holy temples, that teaches us that it is safe to be here now, that teaches us that we are already whole, and it's a choice to pillar in that energy, and to actually see any type of sexual shame, any type of womb trauma as a deeper initiation. That's what she has to offer us. And if you're feeling a resonance with the Magdalene and with the red rose, then this could deeply serve you. So if you want to know more about that and you want to say yes, I welcome you, beloved sister. And I'm so excited to walk in deeper temple with you. So there is a link there if you want to say yes. There's many payment plans, and I made different payment plans so that everyone's needs are met, because I know how it feels to be like, oh my God, I resonate with this initiation or with this, this offering, but I'm not able to, pay for it. So I made it available for all sisters who have a resonance with this. And I'm really excited. We start January 7th, next week, on the Sunday. Our live ceremony is on that day, and it's going to be bi-weekly, our live ceremonies and the meditations and the rituals too. It's going to be really, really fun. So I welcome you, I welcome you, I welcome you. So today, as I was meditating and tuning in, I asked the Magdalene, okay, what would you have me know now? How can sisters pillar in your energy, even if they don't sign up for Everlasting Remembrance? How can we really embody your frequency? How can we really, truly know that you're here? How can we really, truly step into what it is that you are offering us? And she showed me a few things, and I wrote them down. So the rose. The rose is a huge pillar for us to actually connect with her. So smelling the rose, visualizing the rose in your mind and even in your soul star chakra, and having that actually pour down your entire energy field, and you being open to that. And also knowing that the rose is your heart, and to see the rose there, and see the rose in your womb space too. Also, she's saying now it's not just the red rose. The whole rose lineage is all of the roses, all of them, all colors. So the white, the pink, the purple, that beautiful peach. My awakening was with a rose bush, was with a peach rose bush. So she has been there the entire time, and it's really quite beautiful. And I wouldn't have known that without all of what I was experiencing during that awakening time, but also just saying yes to her frequency and allowing those memories to come to me and being like, oh my God, duh, she's been here the entire time. And it's really quite beautiful. So I wrote down what she said because that's just how I roll. So she also said to be compassionate to our hearts, to ourselves. And it's like, well, how do we do that? You know what I mean? If for a long time we have been not being very nice to ourselves, and not being, a friend to ourselves, and not seeing ourselves as who we truly are. So my suggestion, and what I invite even myself to do, is like, okay, so treat yourself as if you are your own best friend. So you have a best friend, you have a sister, you love her so much. And when you have a best friend, you're super honest, you do everything together. It's a raw relationship. It's a very real relationship. It's a very, a sense of belonging, right? So it's like, okay, how would I treat my best friend? You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to treat myself that way. So it's like, would you say the things that you say to yourself to your best friend? If the answer is yes, then oh my God, great. But if it's no, then it's like, okay, cool. So how about I call in the Magdalene now to really transmute and really get into the root of what is going on within myself. If there's any beliefs, or I'm telling myself things. For example, I'm going to be super real with you right now. And I haven't really told anyone this, but for a while now, I've had, what is it called? It's not a yeast infection. It's like vaginal something. It's when your pH balance is not balanced, and with that you get odors and stuff like that, and you don't really feel good about your vagina and your yoni. So and that is actually due to having a lot of sex. And to be honest, on an energetic standpoint, those kinds of ailments and stuff like that is actually it's energetic. So it's how I feel. It's about my shame. It's about the womb trauma that has not been integrated yet. You know what I mean? So I have been really healing this part of myself, and I went to the doctors, and I'm getting like these little pill things for it and stuff like that. But even so, when I'm going to the bathroom and I'm like, you know what I mean? I actually talk to my yoni and I talk to my womb, and that's actually the Magdalene using her magic and medicine through me of really honoring myself and loving myself anyway. You know what I mean? So in terms of being kind, that's what I wanted to share with you. In terms of being compassionate for yourself, which is the energy of the Magdalene and Mother Mary, who's also here too, it's really having that deep compassion for yourself. And it's so important. It's so important to really coming home to our bodies, which is what the Magdalene teaches us, to come home and see ourselves as whole. Even if there is a few things, you know what I mean, that make you not good enough, that make you dirty, you know what I mean, or that you think make you dirty or not good enough, doesn't mean that that's true, right? So as you let her come into your space, as you let her as you let her use you as the pillar, you'll see all of the nooks and crannies in which you have some gremlins there and beliefs and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, cool. So how can I integrate that? And calling her in and actually knowing her presence is with you, and saying prayers too, and just breathing, rooting, grounding into the yoni, grounding into the womb space, and really being honest and nice to yourself and compassionate towards yourself. You become that pillar of her medicine. So when you're nice to yourself, when you're compassionate to yourself, you can bring that medicine out in your family or wherever you go, right? And that's so important. So that's what she wanted me to say to you. Also, she said something about the night sky. And this is so cool because I remember a few weeks ago, actually, I think it was the last full moon. I was walking home from work and it was a beautiful clear sky and I saw all the stars. The stars were so clear and the moon was right there. And I actually was able to see like the flower of life through the entire sky. And I was like, whoa, remembrance, like holy canola. So it was really, really beautiful. So I feel like now when I talk about that, like that was her showing me that I am that. I am the flower of life. I am the night sky. I am that. I am not separate from that. And it is not something that I have to try and be. I am that. I am all that I've ever wanted to be. I am. And that's so, so, so important, is rooting that in the now and deeply knowing of who we actually are. Even when we are sometimes led astray by outside things, it's a choice to come back home. It's a choice to trust. It's a choice to receive. And as a priestess, my sister and mentor said, as a priestess, it is your duty to release what no longer serves you. It is part of your path to release what no longer serves you. And that's so important. So I've been doing a lot of releasing. Yeah. So how else? She said, light a candle in my name, for it is you. That's what she said. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. So I just lit a beautiful red candle in her name and it's flickering right now. She's so beautiful. She's here with us all the time. So light a candle in her name, say a prayer, and you can really pillar into her energy by calling her in and knowing that she's there. And her presence makes you feel very safe. The first time that I ever felt her presence, I actually felt a physical touch on my cheek. Like, you know how a mother just not grabs you, but like, touches you. You know what I mean? My mom, she hasn't really done that with me. She's only done it a few times, like caress my cheek. But she did on Christmas when she was drunk, and it felt really, really good. So I wanted to share that with you because the Magdalene is also the mother, and really rooting into knowing that the mother isn't outside of you. Like, we have our beautiful mothers, right? But the mother energy, the mother frequency, which is of nurture, nourish, receptivity, is already deeply within our hearts. So that's what she wanted me to share with you. Anything else? Oh, yeah. She said that this is so important. And it was like a huge jolt of energy when she showed me this. But she showed me my womb blood. And this last bleeding that I had was incredibly potent. A lot of shadow came up, but my relationship and my connection with my womb blood this past bleeding was so deep. And I took my time with everything. I took my time with taking my moon cup out and pouring the blood in my jar. I'm really taking my time. I'm really looking at my blood and anointing myself and meditating and tuning into the womb. That is also her frequency of receptivity, of connection, and of feeling safe in my own body and really connecting to my body in that time. So you can really pillar in that energy during your moon time through your blood, and really seeing your blood as sacred and really knowing that it's sacred. And if you're having trouble with seeing it as sacred, that's okay. It takes time. Sometimes it takes longer than others, right? And the path of the priestess and of the divine feminine, it's not about go, 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 go. It's not about goals. Things are not over there. They're here. They're in here. So when you take your time with things, like how I did with, putting my blood in the moon jar and just honoring it so, so, so much and tuning into my womb space. And when you slow down, you're able to catch those moments. When you are present, you're able to be in the moment of that stillness, of that clear channeling of that energy. So she said, and she showed me just my last experience with, my last bleeding of 2017, and how powerful it was, and how much I released, and how much I was willing to release, and how much and how honest I was with myself. And that's her energy, because as I did that, as I was honest, I was at the same time holding safe space for myself and honoring myself and honoring my body. And that's her message, is we are the holy temple. We are all that. We are the space in which all things are held in. We are the space in which the divine comes through, and we just share our magic. Just fucking be the pillars. Like, it's so cool. I'm so honored. Oh, I have one more thing I wanted to share with you. That's so important. Well, it's a story. But first, just gonna see if she wants me to say anything else and how we can really tap into the frequency of the Magdalene. Okay. So I've been doing this, and I know it's a little bit crazy. It sounds a little bit crazy, but I've actually have been drinking my menstrual blood a little bit here and there. Not like, you know what I mean? But just from my moon cup, really honoring it, and just I'm drawn to bring it into myself. So I have been doing that, and I don't know, she showed me that, and she just said, drink your menstrual blood. Okay, so that's what I've been doing, and that's what she wants me to say. And yeah, she's saying that the crimson codes that are in your menstrual blood, and you, as you ingest it, you are honoring yourself of who you truly are, and you're connecting so deeply with yourself, and it's important. So she showed me that for a reason. She wants me to say that for a reason. So yeah, and it's a direct connection to her. I don't know. She just said that too. It's a direct connection to her, to us. Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you. Anything else before I move on? Yeah. She wants us to know that we are the Magdalene. We are the rose. It's not separate from us. That's who we are. And obviously, being humans, there are going to be different physical ways that we can connect with her, but the energy underneath everything is connected and one. So with that being said, all the things that you do to connect with her and to connect with her frequency, and to actually look inside and see that you are the frequency, your life is the initiation, everything that you've been through is the initiation and that frequency, you'll see that it's all one. It's not separate. It's one. We are in this, I don't even know how to call it, but we are one. And it's so important. So how can we connect more deeply with the Magdalene? I'm just going to recap what I said. Connecting with the rose, something about the night sky, connect with the night sky, connect with Mama Gaia, connect with your moon time, your moon blood, and even if you feel called to drink it or to ingest it, and to have compassion for yourself and treat yourself as if you are your own best friend, as if you are like a really close sister, and to connect with the rose, the frequency of the rose, the smell of the rose, the sight of the rose, seeing the rose within your heart, seeing the rose within your soul star chakra, and allowing that to pour down. And she also said that it's not just the red rose, it is all of the roses. It's the white, the pink, the lavender, and the peach. It's so beautiful. Thank you. So what else? I wanted to share something with you. Stephanie, hey! Stephanie May says, the Magdalene has brought me so much healing. Thank you for channeling her messages. Thank you for being here, beloved. My sister. I'm so happy to have you here. Thank you for being here. The Magdalene has changed my life. Like, I'm not the same woman since channeling her energy and since really deepening my connection with my moon blood and with her and with the rose, and really taking responsibility for my life and the things that I've experienced and choosing to walk this path as priestess. And it's really beautiful, powerful, intense. Sometimes I even question my existence, but it's worth it because it's all happening right now. And it's like, I chose to be here to be this pillar. And so same with you too. I'm assuming if you are experiencing, connection with the Magdalene and what she's been offering you. And you said that she has brought you so much healing, and I witness you, and that's so beautiful. Womb to womb, heart to heart. So yeah, I wanted to share a story. Oh my God. Okay. So, and just with this meditation that I did earlier today, I cut some cords. So I wanted to share a story with you of a direct reflection, a direct sign from Magdalene, sign from the universe, from Goddess of, hey, this is still lingering, and like, hey, you still need to release this. Hey, if you want to know where all of this recurring bullshit is coming from, it's this. Okay, so when I was 15, so I lost my virginity when I was 13, and that is a very early age, and I'm still deepening into the reasons why, but I feel like that's not really important. The important part is that it happened, and it's like, what am I doing now? Anyways, okay, so the story is, so in grade 9, I was living in Richmond Hill with my dad, and I was so depressed, and I tried to commit suicide so many times where he didn't even know. Like, I just took pills, but then I didn't die, and I woke up and I was sick. You know what I mean? So it's just so many times, you know what I mean? So I felt very abandoned by my mom, because my mom kicked me out and she didn't want me. I was too much. And well, that's how I felt. It's not like she didn't want me. I was just too much, and she was going through her own thing, and I was too much for her. And in essence, though, what I really wanted was her to love me. But it was another lesson in which is right now that I see, like, okay, love is not. You're a priestess, Sarah. You're a priestess. You are love. Love is not outside of you, even in your own mother. Your mother is a loving woman, yes, and she's a nurturing woman, yes, but you will not be satisfied if you keep looking for love outside of yourself. You are love. So that's what the message was. Anyways, so summer of grade 9, I moved back with my mom, because I was so happy. I was like, yeah, cool. And I was playing soccer, and everything was, whatever. I was still having sex. And this is huge, because when I would have sex with people, it would be like random people. And it was because I felt like I wanted them to love me, and I wanted to be seen, and I just wanted to feel good. And I thought that that's what would help me to feel good, of just having sex with random fucking people. And that's okay. That's okay, right? Stephanie says, witnessing this in you, smiling and relating to what you say very deeply, sister. I love you. I'm so happy you're here. So what had happened when I came back, my neighbor, she lives over there still. I started hanging out with her on that summer. And this is a huge initiation. This is a huge initiation with her. Because, again, my mom, when I moved back, my mom didn't want me. Like, I was still too much, you know what I mean? I didn't listen to her, and I wanted to do whatever I wanted, and that's okay, right? So as I felt neglected in this house, I would go to her house. Her name is Whitney. I'll just call her that. Well, her name is Whitney. I'm not just going to just call her that, but yeah, that's her name. So I would go to Whitney's house, and we would smoke weed, and we would break the law, and we would steal, and we would do all of these things. But the thing is that she was there for me when my mom wasn't. So she was filling in that gap that I was missing in my life. And she took care of me, and she was like, here, smoke this weed, you'll feel better. Here, let's go steal, and we'll feel better, and we'll go shopping. You know what I mean? And like, we would do all of these things. And I fell in love with her, and we had a relationship. And she made me feel so safe. At the same time, she was going through her own thing. Like, I could say that as someone who is bisexual, and I would marry a woman if I was in love with her. And like, I will marry you. I will be with you if I love you. And if I know you're my beloved, then I will be with you. You know what I mean? So it's like, I like both. Anyways, so she doesn't like both. She's a lesbian. So she was still going through something. She was still like, oh my God, like coming out of the closet, like not knowing who she is and being judged by many people. And she had sex at a very early age too. So you see how like we're reflections of each other, and how we were a match at that time for each other, because we were both going through the same thing. We were both vibrating in that space of, oh my God, I'm not enough. I need someone to take care of me. Oh my God, Sarah. Oh my God, Whitney. And then together, right? So during that time, I actually, she introduced me to this person, this guy, but it was over a phone call. And I still don't know the truth of what happened, but pretty much like, because I felt so lonely and like, I felt like, oh my God, what do I do? And like, because I was being held by Whitney, anything that she told me to do, anything that she said that she needed me to do, like I would do it, and I would listen to her, and I would trust her, and and that's okay, right? So long story short, she introduced me to this person via phone call, and I fell in love with this person too, this guy. And he was bad. He was a bad boy, you know? But you know those guys who are like, don't fuck with him, he'll fuck your shit up, he'll beat you up, or he's gone to jail. Oh my God, he's gone to jail. Like, I don't know why, but I just thought that that was hot. Like, I thought like, oh my God, he could protect me. You know what I mean? Oh my God, some story like that, right? So what had happened was it was years of me doing things for him, me prostituting myself for money for him, and I would give the money to Whitney and he would give the money to Kai, but I think to the guy. So I think that I was pretty much played in catfish because I didn't ever get to meet him, and I didn't ever get to see him in person, and I thought that it was okay. And like we arranged, you know, to meet a few times too, but he wouldn't show up. And so for a long, long time, and those two people were the people, like to this day, there wasn't anything that I wouldn't do for them. Nothing. I would do anything. I would have killed people. Like I stole from fucking like gangster people. Like I would like drug people and steal their money and steal their drugs, and then I would give it to them. And like I put my family in danger. You know what I mean? I did a lot of things for them that I'm not proud of. And I did everything for them. You know what I mean? And at the same time, I'm feeling now like I just wanted them to love me. I just wanted to be seen. And like, again, when you walk the path of the priestess, that's not what you're meant for, but you're supposed to learn those things through that, right? And every sister's different. So, it was years of this stuff and a lot of drama, a lot of fights with other women, and like Whitney, we were like in a relationship. We were still in a relationship, right? But I was also in a relationship with this guy, and I guess she didn't like that. You know what I mean? And she would never admit that. You know what I mean? But I definitely feel like they just kind of both used me for money and for sex, and just energy vampires, psychic vampires, right? But for a long time, and still to this day, Kai still comes to my mind. Will I ever meet him? I wonder if he's in jail. I wonder if he is even alive. Is he even a real person? You know what I mean? And like, that is okay to feel that way, because I honor where I'm at now, and I know the truth, and I know that anything that comes up right now is part of my initiation to release. And as a priestess, it is my duty, and I have to release it. It's part of my path. It is part of my path to release what does not serve me. That's it. If I need to be a pillar, if I am a pillar, then anything that is not in alignment with that, whether that be beliefs, people, anything, it is my duty to release it. So it's really, really interesting, because she lives right the fuck there, and it pisses me off sometimes, because it's like, why do you have to live right there? You know what I mean? But it's okay. So she filled that void of the mother growing up, right? And as I deepen into this path, I now see myself as the mother. I see my relationship with the mother as myself. And it's really, really, really beautiful as I, breathe in that fresh primal energy from the root and from the heart of Mama Gaia and from the Great Mother, knowing that everything that I ever looked for in Whitney and in my mother, I am that. And it's a huge part of my initiation. And I never actually realized that before. I'm a little teary. I never realized how deep how needed that relationship needed to be with her. And I'm just really, really grateful. So we haven't talked. Last time I talked to her, I was still a dancer and I was really drunk, and I would come home and I would like go to her house and like ring her doorbell like at 3 a.m, so drunk and high. I would get her in trouble, you know what I mean? But yeah, the last time that I actually spent time with her, I was really drunk. And I just remember just being really drunk. And then just having a lot of shame with that too. So we haven't talked since 2016, yeah. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, it's been like almost 2 years now, almost 2 years. So yeah, a year and a half, right? And I see her walk to the bus stop sometimes. She sees me, you know what I mean? We just don't really talk, but then I feel like, you know, I've still felt some anger and some sadness there, just as it was, what do you call that? Unfinished. It was unfinished, you know what I mean? There was no closure there. I felt like there was no closure. And she's not very good at communicating. I see that now, you know what I mean? And that's okay. And I have compassion for her. Because I am her too. Like, we are one. Anyway, so the other day I had a call with my mentor, and I love her so much. Her name is Beth Catherine, and I just love her. She always helps me. Like, if I'm feeling like shit, she'll be like, stop choosing to feel like shit. Or she'll say something that's super aligned with my heart, and it'll just bring me right back up to my aligned, truthful place, right? And I respect her so much. So anyways, after our call, we talked about resonance and what it means to be in resonant. And when you walk the path of the priestess, it's not just when you're online. It's not just when you're posting things. It's not when you're in a women's circle or when you're in a red tent. It's everywhere you go. Everywhere you go, you are pillaring that energy. You are seeing that person as you in reflection. And you have compassion if you see shadow. You have compassion and you allow that to be transmuted through your heart. And you are here for truth. You know what I mean? So the current part-time job that I have, I am releasing now, but it's a challenge for me, and it's another initiation for me, as when I step foot in there, I feel like I'm not able to be a priestess, and it's, you know, not really aligned with my heart. So she was saying to me, like, okay, so if you are a priestess, you bring it, you priestess everywhere you go. You call it into your heart, and that connection that you have with the Great Mother never, ever stops. And it's your duty and it's your choice to listen to that, right? But how I was living and how I was seeing it was like, I hate it. So there's a discrepancy there was a discrepancy in my energy. Because I was like, oh my God, okay, pillar. I'm a pillar of light. I'm a pillar of light with the Magdalene energy. Then I go there and I'm like, fuck you. And I'm like, I fucking hate you. You know, like, that's how it was. Like, I was, you know what I mean? Like, even yesterday at the end of my shift, I was starting to get like, whew. And then I was like, I had to go to the bathroom for 2 minutes and just pillar in. I'm like, okay, the connection to the Great Mother and myself, I am that connection. Connect with that. And I felt much better. And then after that, I got sent home early, which is a good thing. I was like, yes, I don't care if I get sent home early. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So after this phone call with my mentor, who did I see at the mall? Whitney. And it was so interesting because she will never initiate a conversation, and that's perfectly fine. Like, that's okay, right? So as I walked through the mall, I was like, I want to go to the dollar store. I want to get a bag of chips. I'm like, should I get a bag of chips? And I was like, okay, should I get a bag of chips or should I get a tea? Because this way was the tea, this way was the chips. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go get the chips. So I went down the hall to get the chips, and then to the dollar store. Who do I see? See her. And I'm like, oh, great. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, cool. And then I remembered, like, this was right after the call. And I was like, okay, thank you. Thank you. I see now. You know what I mean? Like, that relationship was a huge block, was a huge thing that I was still holding on to. I wanted her to validate me. I wanted her to take care of me. You know what I mean? And just kind of this void of love and seeing her as love and not myself as love. Her, how she treats me as, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So I walked into the dollar store and I was like, oh my God, fuck. Breathe, Sarah. So I breathed and I was like, okay, remember the connection. Remember the connection. And I connected with Mama Gaia and I was looking at Whitney while connecting with Mama Gaia. And I saw her soul and like my eyes started to tear because it was like, thank you so much for this. Thank you so much for this lesson. Thank you for directly showing me what I need to release. Like, that's how powerful the universe is. That's how powerful I am. I get to attract what I need to release. I get to attract and magnetize to me all of what I am, for me to be like, yes, I like this more, or no, I let you go. You know what I mean? And it's so beautiful and powerful. So as I looked at her, I smiled and I was like, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I even now, like I don't really have words, but I'm really grateful for that time in my life with her, because there's no way that I would be me. You know what I mean? And even right now, like, they were the reasons I started to dance, for the money. You know what I mean? That's when that's when I got raped. Like, that is huge. Like, that's when like the big initiation started. I'm seeing now, and it's so powerful. Like, I'm so grateful for her. And even right now, I still feel like there are parts of me that still want her to validate me, but I release that and I choose to be grateful. I choose to validate myself. I choose to honor my path and honor myself. And that's more powerful than any validation that I could get from anyone else, and the validation that I think I need from other people, from her. So what happened when I left the dollar store, I was like, I'm going to say something. So I stopped her and I said, hi. And her daughter was there, and I had a relationship with her daughter, and she's 8 now, I think, 9. And I knew her when she was just a baby, and it was beautiful. Like, to connect with her again, and not connect with her in that way, but like really be in the presence of just some older energy, and being able to witness myself, how I processed it and stuff like that. So it was really interesting. This is how the conversation went. I said, hey, I couldn't not say hi to you. So then that's what I said. And she's like, oh, look at you. And like, cause I guess I looked cute. And then she's like, oh, look at you. But like, I don't think it was supposed to be nice. And then I said, hi, Cheyenne, which is her daughter. I said, hi, Cheyenne. Do you remember me? And she said, no. And then Whitney goes, you remember her. And then she started to laugh, and it was cute. Like, Cheyenne started to laugh, and yeah. And then I was like, okay, like, I kind of ran away. I was like, oh, I have to go to work, because I started in 5 minutes, right? So I was like, oh, I have to go to work. And then she's like, oh, you work here? She's like, I hate this mall. And I was like, yeah. And so I walked away, and then I was like, a lot of old shit came up, a lot of old shit of her. Like, I kind of even wanted her to come into the store after and come and talk to me and come and see me, and just being really, really aware of it too. And so I messaged her, and this is like the second time that I messaged her. I'll tell you the first one in a second. But I messaged her and I said, thank you so much. I let you go. But she didn't even read the message. So then I was like, do I want validation from her, or am I truly releasing this right now? Both. You know what I mean? So that's what happened. And then right now I'm really, really grateful, as I see that she was a huge part of my initiation to priestess. I'm so grateful. So the first time that I actually saw her, in between the last time that I saw her when I was really, really drunk, I saw her when I was working at the grocery store in the floral department. I saw her, and like, my heart dropped again, just like how it did at the mall the other day. And then I messaged her, I texted her, but I think she changed her number. And it's so interesting. Like, I still know her number off by heart. I still know it now, but I don't think it's her number anymore. Okay, that's enough of that. So I wanted to share that with you, and the Magdalene energy came through with that when I was releasing in meditation this past few days of really releasing the karmic ties, really releasing what I was holding on to. And I think, and I really feel in my heart, it's a big one. Like it's so huge releasing that. Because that's, you know what I mean? Like this is like the initiation, you know what I mean? This is the initiation. That's when it started. So it's, whew, like that's motherfucking powerful. Like, oh my God. And the fact that I'm talking about it now and I'm channeling this energy and I'm feeling how I'm fucking feeling, like I'm alive and I bleed every month and I'm not dead. Like I wanted to kill myself so many times for her and for him too. I tried to kill myself because they didn't love me. You know what I mean? It's very powerful. Stephanie says it's so powerful. Thank you for sharing your truth. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy that you're here. So yeah. It feels so good to like say this. It feels so good to release it because it's like, oh my God, it's huge. So as the great mother, as my higher self showed me directly what needed to be released, I'm just so honored. I'm so happy because I get to choose. I get to choose how I respond. I get to choose what is my energy and what is not mine. You know what I mean? Like what resonates and what doesn't resonate. And seeing her in the mall, as she said those things, it reminded me of all of the drama, all of the fucking drama that me and her experienced together. And I'm not saying that she's wrong. I'm not saying that she is bad because we are the same. Like you are the same as me. I am the same as her. You know what I mean? Like there's wounds in sisterhood. You know what I mean? And I see that, you know what I mean? And I honor that and I have compassion for it. And as 2018 comes closer and closer, well, it is already here technically. I'm really determined and that's not the word. I really want to pillar in more energy of compassion, of understanding, of knowing that like when I judge people, I'm creating a fragmentation and a separation, and that's not why I'm here. So anyways, what I felt when I saw her in the mall was that old energy of drama. And me and her, like, we used to get in a lot of like physical fights with girls, and you know what I mean? Like, oh, there's a lot of sisterhood wounding there. So as she said, oh, I hate this mall, we both experienced some things at that mall. You know what I mean? And I'm currently working there now, right? So it's a lot. It's so interesting how it's all connected. So as I released, I was like, and I'm still releasing. I still feel like just releasing it all. That I know what's mine. Like I know what resonates and I know what doesn't resonate. And I love her. I respect her. I honor her so much. I honor her womb so much. I see her soul. And it just, she sees her soul as she sees her soul right now, whether that is the powerful being that she is or, you know, and that's okay. And I still see how she still wants to have drama. She's, you know, and that's what resonates with her, and that's okay. And it makes so much sense as to why we have not actually been together is because we're both on different frequencies right now. We're both on different paths. And I'm so committed to this path. I'm so committed to creating a new earth, to really pillaring this energy in and knowing what's in resonance and what isn't, and loving what isn't, and just being really super honest about my path and how powerful you are and how powerful I am, and we are love. And being a part of this collective consciousness, I definitely have energies outside of myself that do influence me sometimes, and going back to drama and going back to that, the wounding of sisterhood, you know what I mean? But then the Magdalene is super clear with saying to me, hey, remember why you're here. And then Kali's here saying, yo, the fuck are you doing? Kali's a bitch, but I love her. She's so potent. She's so like, like, this isn't serving you. I'm taking that. You know what I mean? She's like, oh, you're attached to that? Okay, I'm taking that now. And it's really powerful, interesting. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, Kali, stop. You're so intense. But then she's like, I don't care. She's like, I don't care. This is, you know what I mean? You called me in, so I'm here now. Don't like push me away now. Like, I'm here. It's too late. So I'm just so honored. I'm just so honored to be here. So yeah, I really wanted to share all of that with you on this wonderful last day of 2018, even though 2018 is still here, even though, or not is still here, but is here now. And even though 2020 is here now, and, you know, 1800s is here now, like, it's all happening now, you know what I mean? And it's really, really motherfucking powerful. I had to take a breather. I was talking really quickly. Yeah. So, I am so honored to be here. I am so honored to share my heart. I'm so honored to see the truth, to be the truth, to know the truth, to see what's not serving me, and actually being like, yo, I can release this. I don't have to hold on. And I'm just so grateful that I got to see that really potent reflection of Whitney and seeing her. So grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's so fucking awesome. So, yeah, 2018. It's gonna be such a fucking good year. I'm so excited. And I'm so happy that I actually get to channel all of these energies, channel the divine, and like create whatever the fuck I want, and know that it's good enough. Know that it's good enough. And so are you. You're good enough. Your heart is good enough. We are good enough. We are enough. We are love. We are sovereign and sacred beings. And I'm so excited to just offer you more stuff, like offer you more heart-centered, womb-centered, womb-oriented offerings from my womb and from my heart, because it's here to awaken us. It's here as the light codes of whatever it is that I'm channeling, which is the divine. And I'm really excited. So before I go, I wanted to share with you again that everlasting remembrance. Those doors are open till tonight. It's a 3-month deep dive initiation with Magdalene. We meet in Secret Sisterhood twice a month in live ceremony. You receive 2 meditations a month, and you receive 2 rituals channeled by me a month. And it's for 3 months. And it's a really deep journey into our wombs, into coming home to our bodies. And it's an initiation. It's not just a program. This is for your overall purpose here on earth, and what it is that the Magdalene is offering you specifically. And seeing your life as the initiation, it's a journey. It's huge. And I want to witness you as you witness yourself, and we witness each other. Because this is why we're here. This is why we came here. We came here to know that ourselves as love. And that's what she has to offer us. She offers us a lot of things. That's what I want to say right now. So doors are open. They close tonight. There are several payment plans because I wanted to make it available for all sisters with all, sometimes we can't pay for things, right? And, we really resonate with a program, and then you're like, oh, but I don't have the money. But I created payment plans for sisters who actually do have a resonance, and I'm really, really excited. So I welcome you if you'd like to step into deeper temple with the Magdalene, and I welcome you if you don't, because I'm going to be, the Magdalene's here anyway. The Magdalene's with you anyway. The Magdalene's with me always, no matter what. And it's a choice to go deeper with her, whether you step foot into a deeper temple or whether you do it yourself. It's all welcomed. It's all good enough, and it's all special for you. It's unique, and you're unique and special, and I love you. So across all time, space, dimensional realities, may the sisters who watch this who watch this replay or who watch this live stream on live or replay, may the codings of the Magdalene be deeply encoded within your DNA to know yourself as love. Happy New Year. I love you. Is there anything else that wants to come through? No, but I'm really excited too. I'm spending time with my friend today, my vegan friend, and we're gonna make vegan pulled pork. And I'm so excited, and I'm really, really excited. So I have to call her because it's almost 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here. So I'm really, really excited. I'm so honored to be in temple with you right now, as I pillared in all of that energy. And thank you for witnessing me and what I had to share about that deep initiation with my sisters, with that sister over there, with my mom, and thank you. I'm so honored to be here with you, and may you know yourself as love, and I will see you probably tomorrow, because tomorrow's the full moon in Cancer, and I'm probably going to come in here and talk a little bit more about what the full moon has to offer us, and to really amplify the seeds that we planted in the new moon. So it's going to be really fun, and I hope to see you. I don't know when I'm going to go live, but I'll do like a little reminder an hour before. Hey, I'm going on now, or I'm going on in an hour. So that way you'll be able to join me live. But it doesn't matter. I love you so much. I hope you have a really fun night tonight. Whatever you're doing, may it be soulful. May it resonate with your soul and your heart. And may you know the powerful being that you are. May you know that 2018 is already here. It's already done. It's here now. And every moment that passes is a part of this frequency, and we could choose to know the truth and to know that we are the space in which all things are held, or something else. And I choose to be that space for us through my entire life, not just 2018, because it's here now. So I choose now. I love you so, so, so much. Make sure that you have so much fun tonight. And also what's coming through now, and I want to share with you, if you want to talk about anything, you can message me. If you want to share anything, you can come on here and do a live stream. I want you to. This is our space. This is a temple. This is the Magdalene temple. This is the temple of the divine goddess. And it's your space to do whatever it is that you feel called to do. So I love you so much, and I will see you tomorrow.